Hi everybody, I'm Bill Sanders and this is Watch Art Sci, the art and science of watch collection. Today what I want to talk about is a new Andreas Streller watch that is an entry-level watch. Now, when we look at the watches that Streller has, the prices are all over $100,000. Papillon, $123,000. It does have a 18,000 semi-oscillations per hour, which I like. All of the other ones are 21,600 semi-oscillations per hour. Here's one. The second one is called the Transaxle Remontoir Tourbillon. It's got a tourbillon and a remontoir égalité. Satur Air Monde. Sorry about the pronunciation. 125,000. Another one with a égalité, remontoir égalité. Down below there, the Time Shatter, and that's the bargain watch, $56,000, and it's got the hour and the minute have been separated, and the hour's on a disc, and it comes around and gets into an orange when the time comes up. It shows up as orange. Papillon d'Or and the Sauterelle. All of these are fantastic watches, incredible movements, but priced way out of at least what I can afford. Now, the new one that's come along is called the Andreas Streller Cerna. Now this one's 20,000. That's not a cheap watch by any stretch of the imagination, but what a watch! It's an automatic. What Streller wanted to do was to get something that was a really nice watch that somebody could wear every day, and it reminded me a lot, in some respects, of the FP Journe CS, except the CS is hand wound and has double barrels and parallel. It's a lot of other things too, but this is a beautiful, beautiful watch. Titanium dial, laser engraved pattern on it. This looks like it's their little waves that they have, and it's very comfortable watch to wear. 40 millimeters stainless steel. The is not suitable for sober test trials, but it's various other types of dials for the kind of testing that they have. It has it's called a cocoon taste, or I don't know, cocoon taste, and has a simpler round variation of that. So here you have a watch. To me, this is a kind of watch you could get and wear for your entire career, wear it to work every day. Comfortable watch, great everyday watch. Now, in looking at the caliber SA30, one of the things it has, you can see the gold rotor that it's got there, but more importantly that you can't see because it's covered up by the rotor. At the end of the balance cock, you can see the balance wheel, and it's a nice big balance wheel. I like big balance wheels because you have the inertia, keeps them more regular, put it that way. It's 3 hertz, 60 hours. It's really a very nice one. It's a very simple movement too, which is another thing I happen to like. But again, this is an entry level for watches that are in $100,000 for the most part. Now, one other thing I found that I'm interested in, I'm always interested in, is finding Andreas Strellers in other movements. I mean, in other watch brands. For example, I have my Chanel Monsieur Chanel, which was Romain Gauthier, and so I couldn't afford a Romain Gauthier. They're same kind of prices that they have. Another one I got. This is one of my favorite ones. My Dandy open face. it has two great big uh, Jean-Marc Viderec Agony's gears in it, and it has this beautifully evenly running wheel in it. So I mean, this is another way that you can get a really top-notch movement in a watch, is to find out, well, what other watches were they used in. Now here are three I found. One is in what's called the Garrett Portsmouth. This is on sale. You can get it at there for, and this one's 14,000, about 15,000 British pounds. It's a beautiful watch too. That's another thing. But this is a Andreas Steller movement, or at least he worked on it somewhat. One of the most incredible ones that he's very much identified with is one that he did early on when H. Moser sort of returned. This was before the Mayland family had bought H. Moser, but after they got back into making really top-notch Moser's movements and watches, and this was called the Perpetual One. And you can see it's this is a perpetual calendar, and it's one of the, if it's the one they're still using, it's one of the best I've ever seen. Really a wonderful perpetual calendar. And this again is by Andreas Steller. Now, getting down to something more affordable, even more affordable, is a Maurice Lacroix ML106-2. It's called a Masterpiece Chronograph. Now this was from 2008, and so I went to their site, and apparently they don't make them and sell them anymore. So I thought, well, I'll go take a look at the pre-owned market. I found a brand new one, unworn, on Chrono 24 for $5,177, brand new. So here is another way, and you can see the movement. It's a gorgeous movement and it's a chronograph, which I don't care. I'm not a chronograph person. That doesn't mean I can't appreciate a good-looking movement. And man, I tell you, this is one. $5,177, brand new with a box of papers and everything. This is another way that if you really appreciate horology, but you can't afford it like I can, you can find it elsewhere. Let me know what you think. I think that the Cerna is a beautiful watch, and I wish I could afford it, but I can't. And so look around. Let me know what you think. And this is an opportunity to subscribe if you like. And until next time, this is Bill Sanders for Watch Art Side, the art and science of watch collection.